Hello, good evening, and welcome to Thingamajig's Racing Channel. Just feast your eyes what lays ahead of us, ladies and gentlemen. Does that not whet your appetite? Hey? Does that not make you intrigued? Yes, we are here for something completely different, ladies and gentlemen. The Over the Hill Racing Corporation have offered up a buffet of interesting racing, ladies and gentlemen. You may remember back to the Copen days, the Daihatsu Dash. They used to do their crazy frolics on a Friday evening. Well, they're at it again, ladies and gentlemen. And now they're doing a mini truck mini series, and we are here for it, ladies and gentlemen. We are here to bear witness to what this may look like. So please join me over the next few rounds. I think it's a 6-rounder, with 3 races in each round, all at different tracks in these snail-like, sloth-like vehicles. You just don't want to get stuck behind one on the motorway, do you? Or down a country lane, for sure. For sure. Right then. The grid. I've showed you the grid because you don't know who they are. I don't know who they are. And we will look into it. So on pole position, sorry of all this. I keep taking my glasses on and off thinking I don't need them. But then I do need them because I've got to read the grid. So we're done with the glasses until we get to the end of the grid anyway. A little bit of wet for the whistle. And we will get on. Right then, ladies and gentlemen. In pole position for a short qualifier here at Suzuka is Norfolk and Talent, ladies and gentlemen. Norfolk and Talent, we might remember him from the Copen days. I don't think he's gone anywhere. We went off to do the Sunday evening racing, and now we have returned to our Friday evening slot. And look who's been waiting for us on pole all along. Norfolk and Talent. Thank you very much, Norfolk. You're very patient. In second place is Max on the Sticks. Max on the Sticks, unless there's been a change of name I am not familiar with. So, and they're obviously rather swift because they've put their mini truck second on the grid up against Norfolk and Talent, and we know he has a lot of talent. In third place, ladies and gentlemen, MGF. He has no name. They have no name. They are an entity of 3 initials. And usually you find the best drugs have got the initials. So MGF. I'm sure we'll make something mother gonna fudge. So in fourth place, it's Ace, ladies and gentlemen. Our friend Matty O in the GT Omega van. It's going to take me a while to remember who's in what van. But they are looking rather good, aren't they, ladies and gentlemen? Nice stuff. Then in fifth place, we have Fiberman. If we're following their Sunday evening racing, we know Fiberman in the Ferrari is absolutely laying it down. So here he is. Fifth on the grid, ladies and gentlemen, ready to kick some trucking. Let's get trucking. I should have worn my trucker's cap. Yeehaw! Although these are British-looking trucks. We're a different kind of trucker over here. Sixth is Amtrak, ladies and gents. That is lovely in the Bosch mini truck. Looking splendid there for the of track. Then Upper Million. Hey, Upper Million, he's got the same livery as he's got in the Sunday evening. I'm there for it. I like the connection. So Upper Million, I'll remember who Upper Million is, at least you should think anyway, wouldn't you? And he is in 7th. That's a shiny thing. They're really shiny. I can see the other car reflecting in the back of the van, the back of the truck. Sorry. So 7th, if you forgot, that's Upper Million. In 8th, it's Willie Wynn in a lovely NAPA, Napa, whatever you say. I never have actually heard it said, and it's capital, so it's got to be called NAPA, surely. So he's in one of their the auto parts company's mini truck. Then in ninth, we have the G-Man himself, ladies and gentlemen. And he is like the police. It's the Popo. So we'll have to watch out for Police there. He's going to be trying to hunt some men. Yeah, G-Man for real fun, ladies and gentlemen, remember, from our Copen days. Then in 10th, it's Old Codger Racer. And don't let him bite you, ladies and gentlemen, in his lovely blue Zippo. I've seen Prodigy live, dude, at Download. It was so cool. It was, sorry, I got distracted. Sorry. Old Codger Racer there in 10th. And in 11th, we have Furball, ladies and gentlemen. Furball in a lovely looking truck. So they are our players, ladies and gentlemen. Shall we get ready for a dynamic start? I assume they've got the boost on like they did with the Copens, but still, it's going to be a real man to master this machine, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Let us begin. So, Norfolk and Talent is on the pole position ahead of Max on the sticks. And it's a great start from all of them. It doesn't look like anyone dropped a beat away from the line. Matteo fending off the MGF Mama Gunner Fudge and Amtrak there in 5th. We got 3 wide here between Upper Million, Old Codger and the G-Man for real fun, but it's Old Codger. No, it's Upper Million around the outside, ladies and gentlemen. Upper Million is trucking on, but no, Old Codger up the inside of him, and there is nought Upper Million can do about that speed from Old Codger there. Is someone having a bit of an off in the background there? No, Furball, Fiberman having a moment in the he's trying to race Willie Win, isn't he? Goes out a little wide. I think he lost the he lost downforce, all downforce in that corner. Oh man, the mini trucks skate well. So Fiberman slipping down and into 11th place, but with the Uber boost on, I'm sure he'll be back on it as soon as possible. Norfolk Talent is there ahead of Max on the sticks, and Matteo is in the business of busyness as well. Sat on board with Sir Matteo Ace. As we look closely at the racing here, it's, I assume, 15 minutes, full action, full adrenaline, action-packed racing here at the short Suzuka track. And Matteo now up the rear derriere of Max on the sticks, helping Max on bit of a bump. Now he's pulled out and he's got a clear run down to that first corner, but no, the other two are they're conspiring against him. Max on the sticks, giving Norfolk a little bump there, and then Matteo, it comes to nothing, and he has to slip back in behind Amtrak out wide. He's going to do like, no, he's managing the situation, but he's just about, and everyone's struggling in the corners with the trucks, ladies and gentlemen. Upper Million we saw having a small off with Amtrak, and there is Willie Win in the mix as well in 7th. G-Man for real fun is up and into 8th with Old Codger in 9th, Furball in 10th, and Fiberman still getting into the swing, ladies and gents. But Norfolk and Talent, he has no time to get into the swing. He is under the pressure of Max on the sticks and Matteo, all coming in hard and fast, ladies and gentlemen. It might be too much for one man to deal with. It is a ménage à trois, the French may call it. Stuart saying good evening from Willie Win. Well, hello Willie Win. And it's side-by-side action here from Max and Norfolk and Talent, and Max is going for it, ladies and gentlemen. Max on the sticks, being helped along by Matteo, and it looks like Norfolk, they've conspired, ladies and gentlemen. It is a Game of Thrones out there. They have conspired, the families have conspired against Norfolk and Talent, but Norfolk and Talent doesn't play about. He's back into the fray, and he's up for the battle against Ace, and Ace has picked up half a second, ladies and gentlemen. This is devastating in these trucks. That's like half an hour in real time. half a second in these things, that's like a full stop. Norfolk and Talent then with MGF and Upper Million in their sights, ladies and gents. Upper Million having a little sniff, a little whiff of the MGF, and I don't know, it might get you high, so watch out, Upper Million. Don't breathe too deeply, don't inhale, just sniff. Willie Wynn in 6th with Amtrak 7th. Old Codger Racing is in 8th, but he is being pursued by G-Man for Real Fun. G-Man for Real Fun means business, ladies and gentlemen, and he is looking to haunt the Old Codger Racer's dreams. Then Furball playing catch up and Fiberman going faster than everyone with that boost. Norfolk and Talent's back in the lead. Gosh knows how. Max on the sticks is in 2nd and Matteo is all back to how it was again. Upper Million though is closer and ahead of MGF. I've missed everything. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Norfolk and Talent went a little wide there, but it's all okay. Nothing serious. Matteo is in danger though because Upper Million has got a shifty on. And he's bringing MGF here with him for the shiznizzle and giggles. Then we've got Amtrak in this second pack, leading with Willie Wynn, Old Codger Racing, and G-Man is in there as well. Whoa, watch out for the Popo. Furball in 10th, being caught by Fiberman. Fiberman loving the boost. He's saying, I don't know what they're talking about. This car isn't slow. This truck isn't slow. It's uber fast. Right, Norfolk and Talent, he's picked up a half-an-hour penalty as well. And Max on sticks is rubbing his hands. They've already gone past the penalty situation. Upper Million flying. Upper Million absolutely pelting it. I think Norfolk has had to pay it. And Max on sticks. Who else had one? It was Matteo, wasn't it? Matteo down into 4th now. And it's Upper Million, ladies and gentlemen, that is leading your race. He is your race leader. As Max on the sticks has a little look. Norfolk and Talent and Matteo side by side. Norfolk and Talent was on the outside though, has had to slip in behind Matteo. Matteo then is trying as he might to keep the Norfolk and Talent at bay. On board with Norfolk. And on the back of Matteo's truck, you say, oh, truck in hell. I like it. It's fun, ladies and gentlemen. So Norfolk and Talent at the moment sees a gap, sees an opportunity, seizes the day, ladies and gentlemen, but it's all just not enough as Matteo defends and whoa, good job these trucks don't have any noses because Norfolk and Talent was just about to lose his as Matteo cut across the front of him. Beautiful stuff. Amtrak closing in now. He's MGF and who else was up there? No, it's just MGF has dropped off a little bit there. Dropping a little bit of time, and the train is not waiting for anyone. He's trying to find his way back into the slip, but they're not giving him space. My God, it's like the A3 being stuck on the inside, and no one will let you overtake the bloody tractor you're behind. God damn you, drivers. What's wrong with you? Move to the left. Give others a chance. Matteo leads. My good golly gosh, no one's moving to the left here, are they? Max on the sticks there is in 2nd in Norfolk and Talent, but no, Upper Million, who was leading the race, is now slipping down and into 3rd behind Norfolk and Talent. You can't take your eyes off. You can't look around the field because these guys will trick you and start moving around. It's like the cup trick. Evening thingy, Upper Million, checking in. Why, hello, Upper Million. You were amazing for a lap. You're down in 5th now. No, I'm joking. You will rise again, I'm sure, my friend. Amtrak at the moment on the push. Norfolk and Talent in 3rd. Max on the sticks is in 2nd. And Ace, as always, is leading the way. Amtrak, he's not on Sundays. He picked a lemon, ladies and gents. He's driving an absolute lemon in Sundays. He's ruined Alfa Romeos. Absolutely ruined. Amtrak then gets re-overtaken by Upper Million, and I imagine the boost had something to do about that. G-Man is under attack from MGF. Mama gonna fudge you, and yeah, baby. Oh, he's lost a bit of space to gate G-Man. And Matt Owen in the chat saying, evening from Ace Matteo. Greg says hello, but is hosting a Proctor race at the moment. Ooh, cool. Love a Proctor race. practice. I was trying to think, was it some like I was trying to think what that exam is. A proctonoctomy or something he was like, hosting. So MGF on the fight, ladies and gentlemen, and G-Man though keeps hold of the place, and G-Man ain't messing about, and MGF is going to have to find another way through that wall of a man. Amtrak in 5th. Oh no, someone picked a penalty up. It's G-Man, ladies and gentlemen. G-Man, the Popo. You witnessed it here. They ain't all squeaky clean. You ain't no squeaky clean cop. You dirty cop. You a dirty cop, G-Man. Edward in the chat saying hello from Can-Do. Why, hello. And the Popo there running foul of the rules. MGF on the chase. Fiberman is up to 8th now, ahead of Old Codger Racing. Furball and Willie Wynn he's had a dip, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think they're stopping for tyres. The tyres look fine. So I think he must have had a bit of an off. This battle is continuing on. And Ace has slipped down into 4th. Upper Million in the action, but Upper Million picking up a penalty as Amtrak goes on the attack of Matteo and Amtrak on the inside. But, ooh, barely enough track for the Amtrak to survive. Max on the sticks. Has he ever been out a second? Everyone else has been in first apart from Max. And Max has just held on to that second, seeing them going past him either way. Like a game of tennis. Norfolk and Talent though, the man was on pole and he is holding the race lead. He's had to fight for it though, ladies and gentlemen. It's not all been given to him. This race has been a toughie and we're 10 minutes through. Norfolk and Talent has 5 more minutes of racing to do to try and maintain that lead ahead of Max on the sticks. Matteo in 3rd. Matteo having a look at Max and Max having a look. They're all using that slipstream, ladies and gentlemen, to great effect. And Max on the stick trying to put himself on the outside and Matteo on the inside, and this is all playing into Amtrak, who is just behind them on board with the Amtrak. This is what he is seeing, ladies and gentlemen, as he tries to control the beast of a mini truck. He's pushing around Suzuka at the moment. In our rearview mirror as well, we can see the Upper Million looming large and wishing to get by as Norfolk and Talent stays in the lead with Max Matteo in 3rd. Amtrak giving Matt a little hello tap, little love punt from behind, and it's not even his birthday. So Upper Million then in 5th. He's in that action. MGF has got himself by the G-Man. G-Man did have that penalty, remember? Naughty cop. And but look at the boost that G-Man's getting down the straight, all up and in MGF's business. And he's going to know he's going for the overtake. I thought these two might help, giving each other a bump draft. I think bump drafting isn't allowed on Sunday evenings, but Fridays it's open season, ladies and gentlemen. It's Frolicking Friday, for a flip's sake. You can do what you want, apart from murder. They frown upon that. So Upper Million then with that penalty still, trying to stay with the leaders, and Max on the sticks finally takes the lead of the race, with Matteo tucked up behind, and Amtrak now sitting in a solid 3rd as Norfolk and Upper Million go side by side. And I say nearly clashed. They clashed. It was beautiful. It made me sing. So Upper Million then coming up to the penalty station to pay his half-an-hour penalty. MGF then, that's more. I tell you what, he got a boost out of G-Man's penalty. Can he get on top of Upper Million now? Very good. MGF coming in strong. If McLaren's did truck racing, I assume. So MGF, Mama Gonna Fudge, is all up and in Upper Million's business at the moment. Upper Million though, he's he was born a racer, ladies and gentlemen. He can handle this. He can handle it. Don't you worry. Norfolk and Talent trying to work out, trying to calculate how he can get back in the lead of this race that he has dominated quite comfortably. Amtrak then in third, Matteo in second, and it's looking Max on the sticks is in a beautiful position trying to fend off the rest of the pack. Can do in the chat saying, finally found something Amtrak compiler. Yes. Max on the sticks then around the corner. We have got 1.5 minutes left on the clock, so we've got 2 laps left, ladies and gentlemen, of this action. Matteo in second, Amtrak in third. We've got Upper Million in fourth with Norfolk and Talent in fifth, and MGF is in sixth. Look how tight it is down to sixth. G-Man for Real Fun is in seventh with Fiberman on the comeback, ladies and gentlemen, in eighth. Old Codger Racer is in ninth. Is he going? No, he's going. The cars look slow. He didn't do a great lap last time around, a 1:23. That's painful. And there we see Willie Wynn closing in on Old Codger, and Furball as well, still in with the action. There is still racing to be had between the bottom 3 in this last lap. One small mistake on the trail, though. And you wouldn't put it past Matteo to try and slip one by at the final corner. Then Amtrak in third, but Amtrak's just about to get mugged off by Upper Million. Upper Million going for the inside move and pulling it off quite sweetly, but there's still time on the clock yet, ladies and gentlemen, and there still could be racing to go. Now, I've had a warning that the timer isn't really that good on this first replay. I put it on a loop, so we might quickly jump back to the beginning. So Max on the stick then is leading. Is it just going to cut off at 15? He's going to let him cross the line at least, though. Yeah. Max on the stick leads with Matteo in second. Amtrak in third. It's tight stuff in the final lap. Upper Million in fourth. Norfolk and Talent is in fifth. MGF is sixth. G-Man for Real Fun. Fiberman. Old Codger's finished. Willie Wynn's finished. And it looks like Furball will get 11th. But it's Max on the stick at the moment that leads the way with Amtrak in second. Upper Million in third. I feel like it's going to cut off at any point. Norfolk and Talent. No, Matteo's got himself up to fourth. And there's the clock. They're racing against the clock. And there you go. Wow. Wow. So let's see how that ended, if we can. My gosh. Yeah, that was a big boo-boo, wasn't it? It's all right. I mean, it's not the end of the world. So where are we? Is there a timer somewhere? I don't know if they moved position after that. I could just look at the final screen. Right, that's tight, isn't it? Oh. Hang on. There's a button where you can see the time come up, isn't there? There, 15:40. I didn't tell you. Right, I'm gonna. We'll see at the end anyway, because it does tell you on the loading screen. Oh no. So that's as close as I dare get it anyway. So it looks like Max on the sticks just by a whisker on Amtrak. My gosh, my good golly gosh, that is so tight. I don't want to go forward anymore because I don't think there is any much more left. But my word, ladies and gents, Jesus. So yeah, Max on the stick won that one just about from Amtrak. That couldn't have been much more closer. In the chat then. No, Matt, I'm not taking the mick, honestly, dude. It's quite funny. He says he's sorry, it's his bad, and Matt saying got it sorted for the next race. No, man, I'm not faulting you at all. It's wow, that was close from Max on the stick and Amtrak. That was a tight one. I bet there was I could have won that. I bet there was a lot of I could have won that. Upper Million then finished in third, I think. Matteo in fourth. Norfolk and Talent comes home in fifth. MGF in sixth. Seventh for G-Man for Real Fun. Fiberman in eighth. Old Codger Racer in ninth. Willie Wynn in 10th. And Furball finished in 11th. Now, that should be a reverse grid, ladies and gentlemen, for the next race. And we shall see. Look, we'll be able to see what the positions were, what they gave them in the end. So, yeah, it was Max on the sticks at the top, Amtrak, Upper Million, Matteo, Norfolk and Talent, MGF, G-Man, Fiberman, Cold Crew. It's the way I called it, ladies and gentlemen. Look at me, hey? Look at me. Well, don't look at me. Right then, off to race 2, ladies and gentlemen. I had the list of tracks, but I haven't got them on me now. We'll see what track it is when we get there. It's Red Bull Ring. Of course it is. So we'll get that loaded up. Have a look in the chat. No, nothing going on there. So, let's have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Give a boy a man's job, Matteo.
Oh, they're giving Matty some trouble in the chat. Come on. He drives fast. What else do you want him to do? My gosh. Well, I've had a man saying, give a boy a man's job, Matteo. Wow. Wow. I've got some Vaseline for that burn, Matt, if you need it. So here we go. Hang on. Let's get myself lined up nicely here. Boom. And then... boom. So Furball starting on pole position ahead of Willie Win in second, Old Codger Racer in third. Then we have Fiberman in fourth place ahead of G-Man for Real Fun in fifth, MGF Mother Gonna Fudge in sixth, Norfolk and Talent in seventh, then Matteo in eighth, Upper Million in ninth, and Max on the Sticks in 10th position. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen, for race 2 of this, which could be soon becoming my favourite championship? Matt saying, yep, offence taken. Oh, bless. And White Van Man saying track limit ring. It does get ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen. So it's called a car race. He doesn't even know what to call it, does he? The pleb. Is pleb still allowed? Pleb's not upsetting anyone. I can call people pleb still. And we're away, ladies and gentlemen, with Furball just ahead of Willie Win. And Old Codger Racer having a whiff. Look at the three at the front, absolutely hounding it. They've pulled away from Fiberman and MGF. Norfolk and Talent in sixth place, and Upper Million going for that wide line into the first corner, ladies and gentlemen. He means business. And he's coming in strong on Max on the Sticks. Max on the Stick didn't hang around, did they? Started at the back. So Furball then leads with Willie Win in second. Then we got Old Codger. And Old Codger moves up and into second place. Willie Win slipping down a position. Furball looking wide, looking very wide, looking extremely wide. Old Codger takes the lead. Old Codger holding on to the lead, and boom! Furball just did the... where is he gone? We're going back, Furball. Sorry, dude. But when you go Al-Qaeda on us, we got to check it out. You know what I mean? So I think just as you hear him say it, I can't remember what they say now when they set off the bomb. Allah, boom, kaboom! A reenactment of 9/11, ladies and gentlemen, and well done to Furball. Bless. I'm not taking the mick. It happens, man. It happens. Accidents happen. It's all right. It's all good. You've got the boost on, and it's Friday Frolics. What does it matter? Old Codger leads, though. MGF has got a penalty already. Michael Massey intensifies. Norfolk and Talent in third, with Max on the Sticks in fourth. Willie Win in fifth. Matteo. Oh, wait. 3 wide. No one can make their mind up. Willie Win's gone for a big wide on, and Max on the Sticks. Fiberman Matteo. There we go. I'm back in place then, and Willie Win's there. And he didn't pick up a penalty for that. Lovely stuff. G-Man for Real Fun closing in with Upper Million just there as well. And Furball playing a bit of catch-up and a 1 second penalty, which is an hour in these cars. Old Codger still leads, though, ladies and gentlemen. And Mama Gonna Fudge has got a 1/2 second penalty, and Norfolk and Talent is right on top of them. Max on the Sticks rising like the cream, ladies and gentlemen, to the top of the pile. Fiberman in 5th place with Matteo in 6th. G-Man is in 7th, Upper Million in 8th now with Willie Win 9th, and Willie Win all over the rear derriere of Upper Million. Upper Million, though, having to deal with the popo of G-Man. Then Ace Matteo is hounding our Fiberman there, the comeback kid, and Max on the Stick wants another win with Norfolk and Talent in the mix with MGF and Old Codger. MGF giving Old Codger a little help, but unfortunately Max on the Stick's giving Norfolk and Talent a little bit of help, and they both go ahead. They have conspired, ladies and gentlemen, O.T.H Racer in third with MGF in fourth, and he's clinging on to the edge of the track, ladies and gentlemen, as Fiberman tries to pull a move, and Matteo is in that action as well, alongside the two Red Devils attacking MGF, ladies and gents. Up a million in seventh with G-Man in eighth. G-Man and Willie Wynn going for a move on the G-Man. G-Man defending with a capital D, ladies and gentlemen, and Willie Wynn just got that D. Norfolk and Talent with a half-hour penalty ahead of Max on the sticks, and there's no stopping Max on the sticks at this point. He is built for truck racing, ladies and gentlemen. He's got a tattoo, you know, on his arm, the arm that he hangs out the side of the truck. It says F off. O.T.H Racer in third place, and Mama Gunner Fudge has got 1.5 hour penalty, and they're going to go and have a little cool down now, as Matteo should close in on MGF. Up a million in sixth, Fiberman in seventh. Matteo took no time whatsoever. Momentum, ladies and gentlemen. Science for you. Look, educational here at Thingamajig Racing Channel. Matteo had movement already, propulsion. And he got himself past MGF, who has now got another penalty. MGF is Michael Massey's buddy at this point. Up a million in sixth, Fiberman in seventh, G-Man is in eighth, fighting with Willie Wynn again, and Willie Wynn is trying to throw everything he's got at the G-Man for real fun. Max on the sticks, though, leads the way with O.T.H still in the action, but he's got a half-hour penalty. Norfolk and Talent is going to be the bane to Max on the sticks Batman, ladies and gents. That is how it's going to go down in this race. Matteo, though, he always wants to be involved in the win. He just needs it. And where's Amtrak gone? Did Amtrak get upset? Did Amtrak get really upset by the way it ended? No. Honestly, no. He's not here. Did he get upset? Oh, no. Amtrak. Hopefully not. Hopefully it was something else. No. No. Surely not. Max on the sticks then in first place with Norfolk and Talent in second. And Matteo now is up and into third. Oh, he lost connection. Yeah, I thought it would be. I don't think he's that kind, is he? He's not going to be like, I'm going home. He's not that type, I'm sure. I've seen him have terrible races and still stick with it. So Norfolk and Talent then goes and takes the lead ahead of Max on the sticks with Matteo in third. Although you shouldn't have said, we could have really embarrassed and said, yeah, what a sore loser. God, come second and he still stomped off. Sorry, Amtrak, I'm just playing, y'all. Norfolk and Talent, they got guns over there. I shouldn't play too hard, should I? I've only got a cup of tea to defend myself with, and they threw all that into the bloody river, didn't they? Ungrateful ikes. So Norfolk and Talent is in the lead with Max on the sticks, all up and about his business with Matt. History, ladies and gents, science and history. My God, you're getting it all here. None of the knowledge is real. It's just a hearsay. So Matteo going for a move on Max on the sticks, and Matteo nails that one, ladies and gentlemen. And Norfolk and Talent holds true in the lead. I can tell you who killed JFK. I know. I've seen a documentary. If you want to know real history, JFK killed JFK. Honestly, it's out there. Look. Some spacemen came and got him and made him go back in the past and shoot himself. Amazing. So Norfolk and Talent then leads the way with Max on the sticks in second. Matteo is in third. It is absolutely tight, bursting racing, ladies and gentlemen. O.T.H Racer is in fourth place with Up a Million in fifth. This is racing, ladies and gents. Fiberman in sixth. And Fiberman having a better race this time around without the big slide on at the beginning. And Fiberman, though, has a half-an-hour penalty, which MGF, Willie Wynn, and the G-Man, who have been going at it for 6 laps so far in this race. And White Band Man saying, a track killed JFK. A track? A bullet. What's going on? What's going on? Here we go, MGF. Amtrak, sorry. Amtrak killed JFK. Yes. I'm with you now. So MJF is absolutely mama gonna fudge. Is really having to fight it out with Willie Win. Willie Win with a half-an-hour penalty. Fiberman down there in 8th, but he's going to get that 7th place back with G-Man in 9th, and Furball still playing the catch-up game. Matteo leads. Ladies and gentlemen, Matteo has taken centre stage yet again. It always has to be about him, doesn't it, hey? He cannot sit back and just let anyone have the glory. Max on the sticks was doing absolutely fine. Norfolk and Talent, though, he's not having it, even though he's got a half-hour penalty with Upper Million in 3rd place. This racing is crazy and wild. Codger now with a half-an-hour penalty, and Max on the sticks. That's two with half-hour penalties ahead of him that he's going to get ahead. MGF is in 6th place with Willie Win with a penalty. It's half the field have been penalised, ladies and gentlemen, by the Massey. He's running around, handing out his penises everywhere. Upper Million leads then from Matteo, and Max on the sticks, hanging it out. Norfolk and Old Codger, Naughty Boys, have gone to the back of the queue. And Mama Gonna Fudge is closing in rather swiftly. Willie Win in 7th. Willie Win is being absolutely harangued and harassed by G-Man. He's going to get a stalker injunction out on G-Man, because he has not left him alone all this race. He's hiding behind Fiberman now. He said, Fiberman, protect me. He won't leave me alone. And Fairball, he's just having a blast there on his own, isn't he? In the big Suzuki mini truck. Upper Million leads now, ladies and gentlemen. Was he leading last time? Norfolk and Talent in 2nd. No. Old Codger's picked up another half-an-hour penalty, but Matteo slipped back quite a lot. Matteo won, because I said let someone else have a go, was it? Max on the stick then with a half-hour penalty also. So Matteo sitting in a good place at the moment. 2 of them ahead of him with penalties, and Norfolk and Upper Million are conspiring, ladies and gentlemen. I can see them conspiring in front of our very own eyes to pull away from the rest of the crew. Matteo drives through Old Codger and Max on the sticks, who are now battling it out with MGF. Mama Gonna Fudge you, and he does. Unbelievable stuff. Max on the sticks, then down into 6th place with Old Codger in 4th. And no, Max on the sticks coming back, and MGF has picked up a penalty, ladies and gentlemen. So Max on the sticks will have their day. Still, Fiberman with a 1.5-hour penalty. Willie Win is trying to come on and at him. And we saw Willie Win ahead of Fiberman. So Fiberman has got back ahead, but has paid a penalty for it. And Willie Win then will try and get himself ahead of the Fiberman, but G-Man is all up and about his business, and he has been throughout this whole race, ladies and gents. Furball having their own fun. And Matteo in the lead again with Upper Million under attack, ladies and gents. And wow, what a move from Matteo. Side by side going into that corner, and either Upper Million backed right out of it, or Matteo just sent it first class. And who does that nowadays? It's too expensive. Upper Million in 2nd place. Norfolk and Talent is in 3rd. Old Codger has made a race of this one, hasn't he? And so has MGF. Let's get on board with Mama Gonna Fudge. Yeah, White Man saying so beware, because Amtrak. Yeah, I know. So MGF chasing down the Old Codger. Old Codger is having a blinder race here at Red Bull Ring, short. And Max on the sticks in 4th. Norfolk and Talent is in 3rd. Upper Million in 2nd. Scrub that. Norfolk and Talent is now in 2nd, with Upper Million slipping down into 3rd. They're all on the attack of Matteo. And big wide one from MGF. That's going to be half a second penalty. I am sure of it. Maybe not. So Old Codger then, so what's going on up here? Because Norfolk and Talent was making some shifting of positions, ladies and gentlemen, up ahead of Upper Million. Matteo still stands strong in the lead of this race. We are at 12.5 minutes. We have only got a couple more laps left of the race. Norfolk and Talent is in second with Upper Million in third place. Max on the sticks has got a half an hour penalty to pay, which they're going to pay right now. And old Codger comes up and says, hee-hoo. And so does MGF. So Max on the sticks down into 6th place with that penalty, and Willie Wynn all up and about their business. Willie Wynn now ahead of G-Man and Fiberman. Fiberman having to have that 1.5 hour penalty, and Furball crossing the line to start lap 10. Matteo leads this race then, ladies and gentlemen. We're into the 13th minute, only 2 more minutes of racing. They've crossed the line. I think they may get around and cross the line again. We are in for a treat, ladies and gentlemen, with Norfolk and Talent having a look up the inside, and Norfolk and Talent has pulled the trigger. He has sent it, and the message has been delivered. He's got 2 little blue ticks as Matteo in his inbox, because he got that loud and clear. As Upper Million as well rubs that salt into the wound, as Matteo now slipping down into third, but he's got Mama Gunner Fudge all up in his business to help him along, and MGF though with a 1 second penalty, which is going to help Max on the sticks back up into a fighting position. So Old Codger then in 4th place. Could Old Codger get a podium, ladies and gentlemen? At the moment, Norfolk and Talent wants the win with Upper Million in 2nd and Matteo in 3rd. White Band Man saying, had to back out, don't need Matteo harping on about my sharp elbows. Fair enough, fair enough. Bully, innit? He's a bully. Matteo, the ace Matteo, the bully. So Norfolk and Talent at the moment is in the lead of this race ahead of Upper Million. Oh no, Upper Million has just got half an hour slapped on his time. So Old Codger, who's in a podium position ahead of Matteo, could look to get 2nd in this race. Matteo in 4th place with Max on the sticks coming in hard with a half a second penalty as well. Oh my gee, look, Willie Wynn's up to 6th, ladies and gentlemen. Willie Wynn has absolutely been hammering this race from very last place all the way up until 6th place, and Willie Wynn now having a whiff and a sniff at Matteo and Max on the sticks, who's got a half a second penalty. This is the final lap, and Norfolk and Talent is leading the way ahead of Upper Million, but Upper Million's got oh my words, Michael Massey has just gasmed everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. It's sticky and icky, and no one wants to see it. Old Codger Racer in 3rd, also with a penalty. They're all paying their penalty. Look, the whole field's just slowed down and let Norfolk and Talent just pull away. My good golly gosh. Upper Million in 2nd. No, Matteo's back up to 2nd. He may not have had a penalty. Oh gosh. Upper Million in 3rd. Old Codger in 4th. No, he's not going to get the thing, and Willie Wynn's going to take it away. Someone just went absolutely crazy to the left, and oh, hang on. So Norfolk and Talent takes the win. Brilliant stuff ahead of Matteo. Upper Million, then Old Codger and Willie Wynn very close together. MGF in 6th, and G-Man there, and Max on the sticks ended up all the way over there. What happened today? In 6th. Oof, this is a big one, ladies and gentlemen. One of them we've got to sit behind. No, that's not behind, is it? So everything's... Oh, I think they just tried to make a move on the cars ahead and didn't realise MGF was just slightly along, and that sent them into the shadow realm. So yeah, we're seeing them go across the line. Old Codger and Willie Wynn close together. MGF there with G-Man bringing it home for 7th. Wow, God. Worn out after that one. That was a heavy one, ladies and gentlemen. Fiberman in 8th place. That's a shame. Fiberman was doing well in that race, but at the end there, it looks like he got caught up in all that mess, and Max on the sticks comes home in 9th, and Furball already finishing in 10th. So it's Norfolk and Talent Oh, is that the 2 camera? There you go. That's a bit better. Norfolk and Talent that takes the win of race 2, round 1, with Matteo in second and up a million in the end, getting that podium just ahead of Old Codger, who was only just ahead of Willie Wynn in 5th. MGF finished in 6th with G-Man in 7th, Fiberman in 8th. Max on the Sticks was 9th, and Furball finishing in 10th. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen, for the 3rd and final race of the round? This has been too exciting, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to have a little sip. No, I'm not. I'm going to get it loaded. I'm resisting the urge to belch. It did a quiet one. That's the sound effect of the numbers going up, just in case you wondered. Don't look at the results. Why would you spoil it for yourself? Ooh, trickly rain, ladies and gentlemen. It's a bit moist out there. So another reverse grid, ladies and gentlemen, with Furball starting on pole. Max on the Sticks, Danger, is starting in second, and it's very wet, ladies and gentlemen. It is, if you were in racing conditions, you'd be wearing the wet tyres. These guys staying on the comfort mediums. It's going to be like Skittles come the first corner. Fiberman in 3rd. G-Man for Real Fun in 4th. MGF in 5th. Willie Wynn in 6th. Old Codger starts in 7th. Up a Million starts in 8th. Matteo starts in 9th. Norfolk and Talent starts in 10th. And the Amtrak got reconnected. He got allowed by the internet gods back into the lobby. Great stuff. Good to have you back, man. Matteo saying, still got the sticking plasters on from the last time I was side by side with you, Mike. Banters. Bants, eh? Right, let's get this race underway. It's very wet. Ladies and gents. You got any sound? Well, they're away. Yeah, sorry, it went all quiet. So Furball then takes the lead with Max on the Sticks in second, and I said they're all going to end up out. No, they all made it through, ladies and gentlemen. I take it back. I thought they were all going to just like Skittles at the end of the road, just go rolling off and into the kitty litter. So Max on the Sticks takes the lead from Furball's gone altogether. Furball must have pulled off. G-Man for Real Fun in second with MGF. Mama Gonna Fudge is not. No, Matthews come up at the bottom of the pack, and Matteo has flown through already and up and into 3rd place. He might be part fish. So Kevin Costner from Lost, that awful film Waterworld. MGF then in 4th. He's got gills. And Talent in 5th place. Willie, no, that's moved. I've lost Willie Wynn. Old Codger's gone ahead, but Willie Wynn's back ahead. It's crazy, and Willie Wynn's lost the back end of his truck, ladies and gentlemen, and he's having a meeting with the barrier. Max on the Sticks then is in 1st place with G-Man in 2nd. The Popo gonna get ya. And Norfolk and Talent is in 3rd with Matteo slipping down into 4th with MGF in 5th. Old Codger still with his half-hour penalty and 3 wide behind him, and that never goes well in the wet, does it now? Up a Million, Fiberman and the Am of Track on board with Am's Track. As we can see, a little bit of bishing and bashing here between Up a Million and Fiberman. If it ain't rubbing, it ain't racing, ladies and gentlemen. And Amtrak running out of track there. He's just going the long way round. A little detour there at turn 1 for Amtrak, and I think we saw MGF at the side of the road having a little break, and Willie Wynn is down into 11th. It's all kicking. We saw Willie Wynn spin, didn't we? And MGF then gets himself dusted off and moving along rather swiftly. Max on the Sticks is leading. Cooper, and Norfolk and Talent is in second with O.T.H is in third with a high. Has he just won? Is there no penalty thing here? Oh, he's just about to pay it, sorry. Whoa, Fiberman losing the rear derriere of his truck, and it is tricky. It's tricky. It's tricky, tricky, tricky. Ladies and gentlemen, Fiberman fighting with the mini truck. Furball up to 7th, up a million, giving Amtrak a lot to think about. Up the inside, and that is yes, it is. It's up a million, up to 5th place, ahead of the of track, ladies and gents. Matteo in 4th, O.T.H in 3rd. He is absolutely dicing these minis. He is cooking, ladies and gentlemen. Someone turn his stove down. He's cooking hot. Norfolk and Talent is in 2nd place with Max on the sticks, just in front like a hood ornament. Max on the sticks looks like one of those teddy bears they tie to the front of your truck. And Norfolk and Talent trying to get by in the damp conditions here in Japan. But no, Max on the sticks is not. Yes, Norfolk and Talent getting his nose just slightly ahead. Side by side as we come down towards the next corner, the wiggly bits, I like to call them. And Norfolk and Talent then on the outside, Max on the inside, and it's Max on the sticks, claims the apex, ladies and gentlemen, but gets a wiggle on, gets a squirrel on the way out of the corner, and that is all Norfolk and Talent needed to get himself on by. Beautiful stuff there from Norfolk and Talent. Max on the sticks there in 2nd, Matteo in 3rd place with O.T.H doing an absolutely stand-up job there in 4th place. Amtrak in 5th, gonna go for a move on the O.T.H, and he's done it. On the inside, heavy braking. The O.T.H though is sticking it around the outside, trying to hold on to the position, and he has done so far. Amtrak can do nothing about him. Beautiful stuff from the O.T.H there, and those teeth are sharp, ladies and gentlemen, and he can bite. Amtrak then slipping behind for that toe as Norfolk and Talent still leads from Max on the sticks, and Matteo in 3rd, up a million, closing in on the battling Amtrak and O.T.H. Where's O.T.H gone? O.T.H just dropped behind for some reason. I didn't even see that. Amtrak then getting through in the end, and up a million is all about it as well. Up a million alongside the O.T.H racer, and O.T.H, he's getting diced today. He was cooking 2 laps ago, and now up a million gets a big tank slapper on and has to get right off the accelerator, and O.T.H just cruises on by with a little wave. He even waved like the Queen used to, just rolling the wrist and extending the finger. Up a million in 6th place with Fiberman. Oh, Fiberman trying to finish the job that Up a Million started himself with the spinny car, and Fiberman coming in hard with MGF, Mama Gonna Fudge, and Up a Million then has to try and defend the spots, and Willie Wynn is right there in the rear derriere alongside MGF. Willie Wynn dicing for position against the McLaren truck. Ooh, it's a good job they have no noses, these vans. Lorries. Oh, action there from MGF and Fiberman. Fiberman must be absolutely thoroughly hacked off with them. Well, I don't even think it's anything malicious, just the way it is. It's wet. Cars are sliding around. Everyone's racing. But yeah, MGF getting up and in with the Fiberman and sending him exit to the right. Up a Million just ahead of us as Willie Wynn tries to find a way to close into the cars ahead. He needs MGF to push him a little bit to close that gap. It is absolutely drizzly. MGF then in 8th with G-Man for Real Fun in 9th. Fiberman in 10th with Furball in 11th. Furball saying, "Ooh, I've got someone to race." Norfolk and Talent under pressure from Ace. Ace Matteo going for the push. Here, where are we? We're only 7 minutes in. Well, we're not even 7 minutes in. We're in the 7th minute. Do you call that? No, 6th minute, I guess. Man on the sticks. He's tucked in behind these two, side by side for Matteo and Norfolk and Talent, and no one can decide who is going to take the lead of this race. Matteo does so in the end. Norfolk and Talent now slips back alongside Max on the stick, who's getting a little tow from Matteo, but no, he does not. Max on the sticks does not get the position, and Norfolk and Talent somehow clings on to that second place, and Amtrak getting an absolutely ringside seat view of the action here. We are 7.5 minutes into this race, around about halfway, ladies and gentlemen. Matteo leads from Max on the sticks, and Norfolk and Talent is in third, with Amtrak, who we're aboard with, in fourth. Upper Million a little further back from us, not much of a threat yet, but that can all change in a turn or two, ladies and gents. We know it can. So now Amtrak is in the battle for the win here, ladies and gentlemen, as we move into the 8th minute of racing. 8 minutes of a 15-minute race. And there is still plenty of racing ahead of us. It is crazy stuff. These little mini trucks are fabulous. Are they not? So Matteo leads, but Max on the sticks going for the move of the inside. No, it's the outside. It's the outside. And Matteo there makes sure the Max on the sticks is not coming through there, as Norfolk and Talent tries to get some leverage. But Max on the sticks not giving sway. And Amtrak still in the ringside seat, ladies and gentlemen, and waiting for their moment. They know it's too early in the race to start dicing it with those guys ahead, and might as well just sit there and see what happens and wait until the final lap before you make your move. But he's having a little play with Norfolk and Talent at the moment. He's having a little tease with him, saying, look, remember me, I'm here. Matteo leads still, with Max on the sticks in second, Norfolk and Talent in third, ahead of Amtrak. Upper Million, I said he wasn't a concern. He's a concern now, ladies and gentlemen. Amtrak really does have to take him into the equation, because, yes, Upper Million is on site and ready to do damage, with old Codger Racer fighting it out with G-Man, the Popo not playing about, and Willie Wynn has been there in the action all the way through. And White Band Man saying Matteo bullying his baby brother Max, and White Band Man saying tut tut. Oh, is that his little brother? Oh, the siblings are leading the way. Matteo and Max on the sticks. Look at them. It must be in the blood, eh? Is it just in the DNA then? Norfolk and Talent in third place, with Amtrak in fourth. Upper Million in fifth. I want to see some ID on Max on the sticks. How much of a younger brother? There's a 45 limit here. 45s and over. I want to see it. I want to see his birth certificate. Norfolk and Talent in third, Upper Million in fourth, Old Codger Racer in fifth, G-Man for Real Fun in sixth, Willie Wynn. It sounds weird when you say someone's little brother and they're grown-ups or older. Willie Wynn having a sniff at G-Man. Willie Wynn and G-Man have had some battlage this round, haven't they? White Van Man saying it's a trio, Willie as well. Willie Wynn? My gosh! You're joking. Is Willie Wynn part of that clan? The Ace clan, we'll have to call them. The clan of Ace. So Matteo, Max on the sticks in second, Norfolk and Talent in third place, Upper Million in fourth, Old Codger Racing in fifth, G-Man for Real Fun being harassed and harangued by Willie Wynn. And it really is like Game of Thrones out there. They're all the Starks. The whole Starks are here. Matty, Willie Wynn is the old bugger. Oh, bless. So Willie Wynn then in seventh, and G-Man just ahead. Amtrak in 8th place, Fiberman in 9th, Furball in 10th, and Mama Gonna Fudge stuck at the back in 11th, but he'll be getting a super boost, ladies and gentlemen. He'll be getting Uber boost, so should be back in the battlage pretty soon. Matteo leads from Max on the sticks. Norfolk and Talent wants to break up that family reunion, with Upper Million in 4th place, Old Codger Racer in 5th, with the G-Man for Real Fun 6th. It's an absolute battlage. We're at 12 minutes at the moment. Amtrak What happened to Amtrak? I didn't notice. He slipped back a lot. And Willie Wynn, he split Willie Wynn and that. Oh, God, yeah, he got 140. He must have had an off. There you go. Is he doing a replay for us? Oh, no, that was someone else having an off. Oh, that was Willie Wynn. Willie Wynn, they just seem to, like magnets, they're attracted to the side of the road. MGF then in 11th. And closing in fast, ladies and gentlemen. Matteo's built himself a little buffer there, a little breathing space. Max on the sticks cannot contend, and Norfolk and Talent in third, Upper Million in fourth. These guys have broken away from the old Codger Racer and G-Man for Real Fun. Amtrak looking to get by. He feels he should be up there in that battle for the win. So close to the win in the first race, disconnected in the second race, and in the third race he's lounging around in 6th place at the moment with Old Codger and G-Man. When he was up there fighting for the win with Upper Million and Norfolk and Talon, Max on the sticks under the cosh, and Matteo there in first place, leading strongly. So Amtrak, he's got himself past the old Codger now, and he's going to be trying to build on that, but we are already 13 and a half minutes nearly into the race. Upper Million having a sniff, having a whiff, having a look up the inside of Norfolk and Talent, and he's paid it off, but Norfolk and Talent's trying to get the cut back, and he does, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful racing, pure racing from the O.T.H racers there. Thank you very much. Norfolk and Talent then in third with Upper Million in fourth. Amtrak is fifth, and he's coming in strong, ladies and gentlemen. He's coming in hot, you should say. So Upper Million, Norfolk, they keep this continuous fighting up, then that is going to play into Amtrak's hands. We are coming into the final minute, ladies and gentlemen. They're crossing the line. This will be the final lap. I am pretty sure I'm going to put the house on it. My controller ran out. Buggering thing. Well, so it's all right. So Matteo then bringing it around in this final lap. What a time for the battery to run out in the charger, in the controller. I should have known. It had two battery things before I started, and I thought that'll be all right. It'll last. Norfolk and Talent's picked up a penalty. He's just about got ahead of Max on the sticks, but Max on the sticks back ahead. Norfolk and Talent's going to absolutely get caned if there's no penalty place before the line, and I don't think there is. Is this not? Yes, there it is. So Norfolk and Talent does get to pay that penalty. No, he doesn't. Wowzers. So that might hurt him. The final line. Matteo then leads. Max on the sticks in second. Norfolk and Talent. That's going to turn into a 1 second penalty when they get to the line. Upper Million and Amtrak could gain from that. Matteo then comes around the final corner and takes the win. Ladies and gentlemen, what a great set of races. Max on the sticks in second. Upper Million, Amtrak, and there is Norfolk and Talent. MGF finishes in sixth. Willie Wynn in seventh. 5-man. Then Old Codger. Then G-Man for Real Fun. As Furball just cruising, ladies and gentlemen. Just cruising. And why not? It's too wet to race. It's best to cruise. But Matt... And Furball then bringing it around the final corner, who then completes round one of the mini truck mayhem. Ladies and gentlemen, what a grand spectacle. Oh, I like these trucks. So Matteo then is the winner. Won the second and first and second. Matteo won the third. I think Max won the second race as well. So keeping it in the family, apparently. Upper Million, he's being hid. Upper Million in third there with Amtrak in fourth, getting lucky with Norfolk and Talent. He got the penalty before he crossed the penalty line. That is such a shame for Norfolk and Talent. but that would have cost him another half a second as he crossed the line. MGF, we saw him right at the very back a couple of laps ago, and he has absolutely hounded it and got it up to 6th place. Mama gonna fudge. Willie Win in 7th place ahead of Fiberman in 8th. Oh, Codger, what a shame he was up there, wasn't he? Reigning supreme for a while. In 9th place ahead of G-Man for Real Fun, and Furball in 11th. That was a hoot and a holler. Fantastic stuff there from the O.T.H Racing conglomerate. We're going to stay here until I say it right. Conglomerate. You know what I'm trying to say, though, don't you? Anyway. Annoying me now already. Chris saying, hey, Thingy, hi. I think that's Sinister. And White Band Man saying, cheers, Thingy, great job, as always. Oh, bless you, thank you. I was a bit lost. I don't think I talked much about the race. And I found out that half the grid are related. I hope it's the same dad. Could you imagine? Oof. Okay. Sorry. In there. Wow. That was mean. Okay. Are you hearing any of this? Okay, Turu, peace and love, peace and love.